We got Libs of TikTok saying new video game Dragon Age: The Veilguard has an entirely 2-minute long cutscene on how to apologize if you use the wrong pronouns or misgender. It also offers options to add double mastectomy scars, blah, blah, blah. We already know that. So let's watch this video because it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Here we go. Volume up. There we go.
Nose. She's still holding the ruby in her other hand. Maker's panties. I was so proud.
Oh,
Ah, shit. They're still holding it. Sorry.
what are you doing?
Oh my
Pulling a
god.
barb.
Oh. A barb?
Tradition in the Lords of Fortune, and one of our old members, Barv. Good guy, but like most of us, his plans went sideways a lot. Bad blood among your crews, not good for morale, but there's not always time for big, drawn-out apologies. So when one of us screws up and we know we've screwed up, we do a quick 10 to put it right.
Oh
Pulling a
my
barb.
A quick 10 to put it right.
Jesus Christ, man.
So bad.
I can't. You know, like, it's amazing. This kind of goes against the entire narrative that they have when they're like, oh, it's just a character creator. What's the big deal? You don't have to take part in it. You don't have to pick top surgery scars. That's always their excuse, right? When all the news broke and they're like, oh, it's all optional. You don't have to part. This is not optional.
No,
None of this
not
shit is optional.
Nope, it's not.
You have to partake in it. You have to. This is literally what I say all the time, which is there's a difference between subtle storytelling and preaching. This is preaching. This is literally preaching.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that's a major problem with a lot of the creatives in Hollywood and the gaming industry. They do not know the art of subtlety anymore. They just don't understand how to tell a good story or to tell a story in a way that is digestible to average audiences. They're making this content for the 1% of people that want it while alienating the other 99%.
Exactly. This is actually very similar to have you ever seen when like clips? I know Livs of TikTok shares it every now and then. When clips of like certain kids TV shows go around and like in the kids TV show they do the same kind of segment, like they accidentally misgender and then they go through this whole fucking like 5-minute dialogue about how you should feel bad about yourself, and it's basically the same thing here. I'm like, why are you doing this again?
That is not normal behavior.
It's not, and it's walking on eggshells. I don't know of a single person in real life that would ever want to live like this, where they want to walk on eggshells and worry about every little thing that they say just because someone is so damn sensitive. But anyway, let's continue this really quick.
Oh, there we go.
Wait, what does that say? Why not just apologize? That's very open-minded. Interesting.
I'm glad the Lords of Fortune have Tarsh's back.
Oh, Tarsh isn't the first non-binary member of the Lords.
Really?
It was a little before your
News
time,
to me.
but Horlicks was one of ours. Huh. Bastard looked better than I did in a dress or pants. And out of them, too.
Oh, wow. So, you know.
So bad.
Why are we here? Why are we here? I really get annoyed because they tried. It's projection, right? Like they call us porn brained, you know, and we just want to see, you know, whatever, titties and whatnot. It's like, you motherfuckers, when you get control over a narrative, this is what you do. You literally gender identity everything. You sexualize everything.
Yeah,
and
the
then
sexuality's okay when it's the sexuality that they want to see in a video game or entertainment. It's okay when it's their sexuality. Right,
the safe horny stuff. That's what they call it out of a joke. But that's what this is. All of this is, oh, you know, as long as Reddit can sexualize it, then it's okay. But, you know, it's not offensive otherwise.
Any reason you can't just apologize?
Sometimes people say, oops, sorry, and hope that fixes it. But they just want to get the whole thing over with. Trust me, I know. But pulling a barb, you sweat a little. Makes you think about it a little more. Shows the other person you mean it.
What if they mean it when they say they're sorry, though?
And that's the other reason. Some people mess up and get all dramatic. They make it about them. Oh, you know, I didn't mean it right. I'd never do that on purpose. They feel
Oh
so
my
bad about it that it's on everyone else to smooth it over and make them feel better.
Nobody wants this in their dragon fantasy game. It's like these terms, transgender, non-binary. Why are you putting that in a fantasy title? That's such a big problem.
You know that this entire segment was written by someone who is very ugly and very angry.
And very insecure.
Very insecure, yeah. Like they're clearly angry at the world, and they use this moment as a self monologue where they can just say their piece about how many times they got misgendered while fucking making Dragon Age or something. Like I don't understand how can people live like this, but that's really what it is. This was written by someone who's very angry at the world. And they're trying to pass it off as a teachable moment or whatever. Is there anything else to this? Let me see.
Oh, okay. Yes, some people might do that.
Pulling a barb puts it on the person who screwed up. They made the mess, they fix it, done.
Whatever happened to just saying sorry and moving on?
Well, that's what they were talking about, because according to these people, saying sorry and moving on
it's not enough.
It's not enough. Yeah,
right.
It's never enough.
But to normal people, it is enough. Oh, you did something. Oh, sorry. Okay, let's act like normal human beings.
Yeah, no, it's not enough for them. They want you know what it is? Because they want that kind of manipulative control over you. They want to be able to just, sorry is not enough. I want to see you get on your knees and beg for forgiveness, kind of a thing.
Well, right.
That's really
that's what a lot of these creatives are doing, and why they're putting content like this in games. It's to prove that they do have power. I shouldn't have to apologize for misgendering somebody, and they want you to have to go through this whole monologue and right the wrongs, even though, again, it shouldn't be a wrong. It should just be, okay, you call me by this gender, which is in these pronouns, which is already fucking ridiculous. But it's about power to these people. They want the power, and they're proving that they have it in the industry by adding content like this into our entertainment.
Yeah, it's always been about power, to be honest with you. Because power allows them to continue to do what they want to do. And these people, you also got to realize too, I'm sure you do, but these people don't have power in real life. Like outside of their little sphere of, content creation or whatever and video game making, they don't really have any power. In real lives, they feel powerless.
Well,
and when they go home, they experience that all the time, which is why they say, well, we live in a world where you guys have all the power. You're the normal ones. We're the ones that got to fight for our rights, blah, blah. It's always about them being powerless. So any chance they get to do stuff like this and ruin other people's entertainment, they're going to take it. That's just how it goes.
Yeah, and it's funny because, of course, we just saw Firewalk Studios shut down, but this is even worse than Concord because this is straight up preaching. And the thing with Concord is that we don't know exactly what they had planned because they had the PvE mode and they had the kind of story mode. So we don't know how far they were going to take it, but even just in the character little descriptions, they were already starting to preach. So I mean, we knew that Concord was bad, but I have a feeling Veilguard is going to be 20 times worse at this point.
Oh, for sure. Which is actually interesting because, again, like you said, we never got to see what they did. But I got to imagine with all the funding that they had, if Concord actually made it into season 1 at this point,
right.
I feel like you would have saw some interesting stuff, like kind of like with Suicide Squad. Look at what's happened with Suicide Squad. The game is completely dead, losing like hundreds of millions of dollars, and yet they've doubled down and they said, nope, we're going to finish out our roadmap, at least up until what we had planned, and everything they had planned was garbage, literally.
Well, yeah, and to all of these people, all of these, radical leftists within the industry, it's like a cult to them. It's a cult mentality. So they're all just following what they believe is going to gain them more power and more notoriety, when all it's really doing is losing companies' money, and it's the company's fault for giving these people money and free reign.
100%.